And it wasn't just this morning or today that we're seeing this extreme cold. It's going to be continuing, Jeremy.
Through tomorrow, unfortunately, Lisa and Stacy. Temperatures once again tomorrow only in the teens. And I think tomorrow morning will be even colder than it was this morning. And this morning was really cold enough, down below zero for many folks. In Lopez today, you woke up to negative 21 degrees. That's the actual thermometer reading, not the wind chill. So it was quite cold out there today. But at least we got some sunshine to end the day. This is what it looks like live right now in Williamsport. Got a beautiful red glow along the horizon. This is the view from our rooftop camera. There's a little bit of a pinkish glow just to the south of Montage Mountain, closer to the airport. But there's a live look at Montage. If you're going skiing today or tomorrow, please do bundle up. You're going to need every single layer you possibly can have on to feel warm in these conditions. Right now it's only 8 degrees. In our backyard, 10 degrees at the airport, 11 was the high today. And the last time we had a high temperature of 11 degrees was back on Christmas Eve 2 years ago. So it has not been this cold as a high temperature in quite a long time. This is the coldest temperature we've had so far all 2025 and the coldest temperature we've had so far this winter season. So definitely a cold one out there in Selinsgrove. Boy, you woke up to negative 14 degrees, -1 in Williamsport, -4 in Mount Pocono. Those are the actual thermometer readings. And that -14, although it's cold in Selinsgrove this morning, not the record coldest. It was -21 degrees back in 1994. That 1994, January 21st, 1994, you'll hear in 6 o'clock news how cold it was across the entire area. This is a record low for Selinsgrove ever. And that was pretty much the coldest day in Pennsylvania history in a lot of states, in a lot of cities across the area, including Selinsgrove, -21 back in 1994. Current temperatures right now, just 3 measly degrees in Lopez, 5 in Pleasant Mount, 10 in Scranton, 5 in Thornhurst, 14 in Lewisburg and Williamsport. Highs today didn't even get into the double digits for Mount Pocono, topped out at just 7 degrees. And that 11 that we had today here in Avoca, 24 degrees below average. Normally we top out around 35 degrees this time of year, but it's not the coldest high temperature we've ever had. That was just 3 degrees back in 1985 here in Scranton. We've got a cold weather advisory in effect until noon tomorrow for the whole area, an extreme cold warning for Carbon and Monroe counties as a result of the wind chills that will be less than 20 degrees below zero as we head to tomorrow morning. Just make sure you're bundled up. And this cold air is not just exclusive to Pennsylvania. It goes all the way down to the Gulf Coast states where they're dealing with a winter storm right now on the coast of Alabama and Mississippi and Georgia. So this cold air not just extending down towards the eastern states, but even into Texas. This Arctic blast has a really strong grip on almost all of the United States. We have a weather impact alert in effect for your whole day tomorrow as a result of the frigid air, and Thursday morning because we'll wake up to temperatures only in the single digits. So have the scarves, have the layers, have the thick coats, the gloves, all ready for you to go if you're going out tomorrow morning when it is going to be coldest. And even if you're going out in the daytime, it's going to be only in the teens. You need all the layers you can get. Winds are not all that bad, less than 10 miles per hour, but when you factor them in, the wind chill is even colder than the actual thermometer reading, feeling like just 2 degrees in Scranton, feeling like 14 in Jersey Shore, feeling like -3 in Renova. And now we have clearing skies, those clouds now pushing towards the south and east, and clear skies allow heat to escape to space. Clouds almost act like a little blanket and keep warmth in, but without the clouds, it's going to get even colder tomorrow morning. There's a look at the bigger satellite and radar picture. The winter storm extending from Virginia down towards Mississippi. Today, New Orleans registered its first snowfall since 2009, more than a decade ago, and it issued its first ever, the National Weather Service office in New Orleans issued its first ever blizzard warning for New Orleans. So very out of the ordinary cold and snow for the Gulf states. We're going to see continued clearing skies through the overnight tomorrow morning, waking up to clear skies. That's going to make us colder. Remember that, folks. We'll see the sun for a lot of the day. The clouds will fill in for the evening hours. Thursday, similar story, waking up to sunshine, then the clouds fill in later on, but it will be cold throughout your Wednesday. Temperatures only topping out near 15, but we're on a warming trend, and I do see temperatures above the freezing mark as we head towards the end of the week. These are your feels like temperatures tomorrow morning, though. -24 in Forest City, feeling like -22 in Mount Pocono, and feeling like 18 below in Frackville. Make sure you have the layers ready. There's a look at your 7-day forecast. We have weather impact alert for your whole Wednesday and for your first half of Thursday. And finally, temperatures start to warm as we head into next week. Stacy and Lisa, but remember, a good tip is to keep your pipes dripping so that they don't freeze and burst. Very important in this type of weather.
All right.
For sure. Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy.